This is an interesting turn of events because on one hand, you have Kimberly Klacik, somebody I've covered in the infancy of my channel when it came to her ultimately unsuccessful bid to become a congressperson in Maryland, just outside Baltimore. She ended up losing. She got 28% of the vote. Not terribly unexpected. She did a whole hell of a lot better than the previous Republican candidates that are out there. But again, you just got to chip away at this shit in order to enact any sort of long-lasting distance. Change doesn't happen overnight, people. And she's still been active in the community. I've been seeing her pop up in a bunch of different events out there. She still seems like she's in the fight on this one. And then on the other hand, you have Candace Owens, who I appreciate the work that she does, okay? She's getting the message out there that just because you're black doesn't mean you have to be a Democrat. I don't like a lot of her tactics. I think that most of her points are not terribly well researched, and she's kind of a blowhard. And really, when it comes to actually enacting any change, she took a big check from Ben Shapiro, and she's hosting some kind of a quasi-panel show on Daily Wire. Like, outside of that, I don't really know what she's done other than hold a couple of rallies and do a couple of marches. Like, is she down there enacting any change? No, but sign up to Daily Wire and use promo code Gina Carano and you get 10% off. It's like, okay. So she's been making some grandiose claims about Kim Klacik. And again, I'm not going to be simping for Kim Klacik, okay? I'm not going to be simping for Candace Owens. I just want to get to the facts on this one. And there's a big old defamation claim. Now, does this seem frivolous? This is where the whole I'm not simping for Kim comes out, because $20 million in damages, I don't really know. She at least has some receipts to back up the $20 million claim. But at the same time, what she's trying to sue on kind of seems a little weak-kneed. But let's take a look at this, because I find it interesting. This kind of verges on the whole YouTube drama thing, but at the same time, it's also two women fighting. And as you guys know, women hate women at a level that nobody else can expect and nobody else can properly replicate. But when you get two black women going at it, that's a whole nother fucking level. So this is going to get juicy, and I do appreciate that. Kimberly Klacik, a former Republican congressional candidate in Maryland, is suing conservative commentator Candace Owens for $20 million in damages over an Instagram video of 44 minutes in length where Candace Owens completely, well, honestly, defamed Kimberly Klacik. We'll get into the claims here very quickly. Owens made in June when she alleged Klacik had committed campaign fraud. Okay, money laundering. That's a crime. That is an actual case of defamation. Illegally used drugs. Again, that's not something you can necessarily prove, and it is illegal. And was a madam of a strip club. Fucking, where do you come up with these claims? These are fantastic. This is petty shit you'd expect in high school or college. These are fucking women in their 30s, just about 40 in Kim's case. Hopefully I'm not outing her on that one, but like, for fuck's sakes. Or women of a certain age, for fuck's sakes. Stop calling her a cokehead stripper. This is so stupid. The lawsuit filed in Baltimore County Circuit Court alleged Klacik lost the book deal. Okay, had politicians cancel fundraising appearances with her and lost a contract with a nationally recognized vendor. Kind of vague terms, but if she can provide any sort of proof or any sort of receipts on that one, like if she had a book deal and then it was rescinded after the video was posted in late June under dubious circumstances, you got a case there, and you'd have a monetary figure on that one. Canceling fundraising appearances, who knows if you can provide any receipts on that one, but I'd love to see them. And whatever a contract with a nationally recognized vendor means, I don't know. But the book deal is tangible. You can prove that. And the allegations that Candace Owens was making, they're of actually illegal events. That's like, there was an old story from way back in the day, and I'm going to bring up an Opie and Anthony reference. To fucking strap in for this one. Doug Stanhope, on one of the greatest single episodes of the Opie and Anthony show, started off with a call to Doug Stanhope, and he was fighting a defamation lawsuit. He ultimately got it thrown out, but it cost him $20,000 because the guy sued him for Doug Stanhope called the guy a crackhead. Smoking crack is illegal. Doing cocaine, doing illegal drugs, money laundering, campaign fraud, those are illegal acts. You can sue on those bases. Now, you're dealing with two people of equal amount of wealth, so the lawyers are going to be of comparable standard, so you can't really bully, you can't really buy your way out of this situation. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes, but that story serves as a purpose that you can sue. You can sue in civil court over defamation on those grounds. But yes, the video was posted on the 22nd of June. In the 44-minute Instagram live video, Owens said Klacik's charity, Potential Me, was illegitimate. You can say these things. That's not necessarily illegal. That's not necessarily defamation. But that Klacik was a stripper at a club owned by her husband, and that she misused campaign funds. That's where it gets illegal. Klacik ran unsuccessfully against Baltimore Democrat Kwesi Mfume, who he himself has a ton of skeletons in his closet that we've went over before in great detail, for a seat in the U.S. House in 2020. She gained attention during her campaign for a viral video that, became the basis for literally everybody to rip off. It's a good campaign video, let's be completely honest, just showing the district they hope to represent and showing the decimation of the Democratic Party and them not really helping anybody out, but she was actually trying to enact some change because she had a viral video out there telling people the exact same thing. So this might be why Candace Owens is extra salty, because she's been banging this drum for a long time. And during the video itself, like it says here, they shared the video on Twitter, former President Donald Trump, in which Klacik walked the streets of Baltimore. And remember, she also got an invitation to the RNC in 2020 off the back of this viral ad as well, because her name was out there. It just, in a D plus 30 something district, it's a little tough, a little bit of an uphill battle. And this is when the RNC is also playing in some identity politics, but I don't think she was invited by the RNC. She got invited specifically from Trump. So this is another one of those, hey, black people, what do you have to lose? Feel free to vote for me. But back to the video itself. Sorry, just tangential thinking. The streets of Baltimore highlighting vacant homes and declaring vacant homes is a really, really basic way of putting disheveled conditions of the inner city of Baltimore, and declaring that black people don't have to vote Democrat. That's kind of the whole Blexit thing. That's kind of Candace Owens' entire shtick, but she didn't get any invitations to the RNC. She didn't get the national profile that Kimberly Klacik got in 2020, so you could see maybe a little bit of jealousy. That is kind of Candace Owens' MO, just going way back in the cut with all the Blair White stuff that was happening way back in the day. You can kind of see why Kim was on the radar there. Her conflict with Owens began on Twitter in June when a debate about Joe Biden's decision to make Juneteenth a federal holiday culminated in a lengthy Instagram video posted by Owens that has more than 1.6 million views. Owens, most known for her pro-Trump activism, has not taken the video down despite multiple letters from Klacik that allegations were false, according to the suit. The suit is just basically a transcript of the video there. That's where all of the claims are coming from, and it's out there if you want to find it. I didn't find it necessarily an engaging read. It's just mostly banging on what everybody else is talking about in all their articles. So the lawsuit alleges Owens continues to support and encourage the harassment of Klacik. Interesting. In the video, Owens says she is not an investigative journalist and could not confirm any of the criminal allegations she makes against Klacik. Then why, with your elevated platform, would you make those reckless claims, you fucking dunce? But she went on to accuse Klacik of money laundering, tax fraud, and campaign fraud. Big fucking claims, as well as paying vendors to move money off the books. Money laundering, you gotta fucking back that up, stupid. And working to recruit strippers for a strip club Owens says Klacik's husband owned, according to the lawsuit. Okay, does he own a strip club? I don't really care. Does she dance at the club? I don't care again. But again, Owens is the fucking moral authority. She's always going to pull the, won't somebody please think of the children defense. I like certain segments of what Candace Owens stands for, but a lot of the time it's just basic bitch neocon shit that I just can't fucking stomach. So she's a perfect fit for the Daily Wire. Baseless character assassination has no place in political dialogue, Klacik's attorney, Jacob Frankel, said in a statement. The defendant chose to use her huge social media platform to attack a respected Baltimore political figure. I understand you're getting paid for this, but tone it down yourself. We are using the proper forum. The power of the courts to respond to the details in Miss Klacik's lawsuit speak for itself. Klacik has since released multiple statements on her Twitter and YouTube accounts denying Owens' allegations. She has falsely accused me, private citizens, and businesses of federal crimes, so I would like to let this play out in court rather than on social media, she said in multiple statements on Twitter and YouTube. Okay, again, let the chips fall where they may. Does this seem like defamation? By the letter of the law, yeah. Is $20 million a lot of fucking money to be calling for in a defamation suit? Very much so. But I'd love to see where this goes eventually. I find this highly interesting. Mostly because, yeah, I think Kim Klacik's a good person. Hey, she was the one who introduced me. If you guys are aware, it's Section 8 housing, right? That's the rental owned by the government. She introduced me to the idea of Section 5 housing, where you can work towards earning the home that is government subsidized. She has a great head on her shoulders. She has really done a lot for the community of Baltimore. Whereas Candace Owens, she gets in fights with broads on a regular basis. I don't really fucking know. With that said, though, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.